How are you? It's yet another edition of Helder TV. I don't really know how close it is to my face, so this could be really awful. But I don't have to see it. Unless I look in the mirror. Anyway, I'm over that. Now, today, I've absolutely no topic to discuss. Nothing. So, how about we just make one up? How about, like, maybe, okay, let's talk about, Robson Street. Now, if you're not from Vancouver or the Lower Mainland or anywhere sort of near there or haven't actually visited there, you don't know what the hell Robson Street is. So you can just stop watching this right now and get the hell out of my house. We don't want people that don't know about Robson Street living here. Anyway, Robson Street's a kind of an interesting place. It's very high-end in many ways. Lots of kind of expensive-ish places. Several Asian places, fashion places. I'm not saying all Asian stuff is high-end. I'm just saying that there happens to also be Asian stuff there. And there's one place in particular that I really like going to. And I haven't been to for a really long time, except for these past few weeks, and that's a place called Konbinia. Konbinia is a Japanese corner store of sorts. Konbinia kind of has the konbini, you know, it's kind of like a romanicized word, convenience, you know, the V and the B are the same in Japanese, essentially, and ya means store. So, convenience store. Specializing in Japanese products. To the best of my knowledge, the products are authentic Japanese, which means this is probably stuff taken from Japan and put here. It's not Japanese-like style or nothing. Because you might find a lot of that stuff that's Japanesey at places like TNT, though yes, they do have authentic Japanese stuff at TNT, don't get me wrong, but this is all Japanesey stuff. Or Japanese stuff, sorry. The best thing about it is that when my friends and I go on our little driving excursions into downtown Vancouver late night, there's not much open. So the fact that Konbinia is open till 2 a.m. is pretty kick-ass. You can get various things in there. You can get junk food, drinks, frozen stuff, cooking stuff. You know, it's got a little bit of everything. Not clothes or nothing, but come on, it's a fucking convenience store. I would like to take a pause here to inform you all that I have noticed that it seems very quiet when I talk and that I mutter a lot and mumble, but it's your fault, not mine, because no one's brought it up. So I assume that you hear me perfectly well. What I have to do is I have to slow down my words and say them a bit louder and a bit clearer. So that being said, let's go back to Konbinia. Similar places like Konbinia, but are open at reasonable hours. Well, reasonable compared to, obviously not compared to Konbinia, but are Fujiya, whose locations have drastically diminished over the years. There used to be one fairly close on North Road in Burnaby, but that's long gone. The only one I know for certain that still exists is the one on Clark Drive in Venables, which is a neat place to go. Kind of pricey, but you know, whatever. Authentic Japanese stuff again. Lots more stuff than Konbinia, but a lot of the same stuff. You also get comic books, but you can get comic books at Konbini as well, but they're all in Japanese, so that's a warning. If you don't read Japanese, then you'll be enjoying the pictures. Aside from that, there's TNT, as I said, the aforementioned TNT, which is an Asian supermarket. It seems mostly geared towards Chinese, but that's not the case for everything. There are some Japanese stuff there, Korean stuff, etc., etc. And it's huge. The hugest out of all these three places. So, you know, you should be able to find what you're looking for. If not, then obviously you have to go to the other places. Now, TNT, the best thing about TNT is that there are a whole flackload of locations. A whole flackload of them. And you can easily find one fairly close to you. And they're open pretty good, at pretty good times. Like, Fujiya kind of, I think, closes fairly early-ish. And TNT closes between 9:30 to 10:30, I think, depending on the location. So yeah, in fact, the kind of a funny story is, well, not so much a story, but a fact is that in Richmond, there's a TNT supermarket, and then about maybe like a minute's walk away, there's an Osaka supermarket. Now, an Osaka supermarket is, for all intents and purposes, the exact same thing as TNT, and as far as I know, is in fact owned by it. Why it's called Osaka supermarket, I have no idea. So don't ask me, because you won't get an answer. So yeah, pretty cool stuff if you're interested in Asian stuff, Japanese stuff. If you're not, then you probably shouldn't be listening to this, because you probably don't give two shits of the fuck anyway. And to those people I say, fuck ya! Fuck ya! Fuck you twice! Okay. This has been another lame episode of Helder TV. I'm going to end with one final technical problem. Now, bear in mind that when I see this file on my computer, it will be fairly bright. This device I'm using is a piece of crap, and is better used when it's daytime out. But the amount of light I used here should be good enough. However, when I upload it to YouTube, it's probably going to get darker. So if you can't see me, well, consider yourself lucky. Okay? So, good night, and good night.